Hi, I'm Wendy Lowy Sloan, and this is What's Up with Wendy. I began my career in New York City as a TV producer for talk show legends, and for the last decade, I've used those experiences to create my unique style in interviewing hundreds of A-list celebrities, newsmakers, comedians, musicians, reality stars, fitness and nutrition experts, best-selling authors, and so much more. Welcome to this very special edition of What's Up with Wendy's podcast. The world knew him as a great broadcaster and interviewer. For 63 years, from radio to television to digital media, he was a giant. Interviewing everyone from movie stars to presidents to world-class athletes. Always listening to his guest. Always leaning in with that Larry King lean in. He talks about it in my interview with him, that he never learned anything while he was talking. That was why you would always find him listening to his guest. To me, as a former TV producer for Phil Donahue and Geraldo Rivera, two of the greats, I've covered many news stories from my time, from the O.J. Simpson murder, the trial of the century, to the murder of beauty queen JonBenet Ramsey, and so much more. I've seen journalists at their best, but there was no one like Larry King. To me, Larry King was one of the world's greatest broadcast journalists of all time and always will be. What I loved most about Larry is that he treated everybody the same. No matter who he was interviewing, from the Dalai Lama to Lady Gaga to a president of the United States, everybody he treated the same. And everybody, he just leaned in. You can picture him now, just leaning in and listening. So when I got the chance in 2016 to sit down with Larry King and his beautiful wife, Sean, I couldn't have been more honored. And even though he was coming on to promote something, Larry was just Larry. He was letting me ask him questions, and Larry was listening too. I got to ask him who are some of his favorite people he's ever interviewed, and he named them, even though that must have been really hard. And he also shared a really cute story with me in this interview about who came on the show wearing suspenders. You're never going to guess that. I'll always remember that. Larry was just humble. He was kind. He was everything that you would expect him to be. And it was just such a treat to interview him. So sad with the passing of him. We'll always remember him. We'll always have his interviews to look back and to listen to. So I wanted to share my interview with him because I think it's just so special and something that should, live on forever. So my 2000 sit down with Larry King and his beautiful wife, Sean, is up next. And I hope that you'll enjoy listening to him and listening to this interview as much as I enjoyed talking to him. And until we all meet Larry King again, this is for him, the king. Oh, by the way, he also shares the best story of all, because I don't know how many of you know, but Larry King wasn't his real name. So he talks about how he got the name King, and I found that to be pretty awesome. So here you go. This is for you, Larry. My 2016 sit down with Larry King. I hope you'll enjoy it. Award-winning host, media icon, dubbed the most remarkable talk show host ever by TV Guide and master of the mic by Time Magazine. 25 years at CNN, he has interviewed more than 50,000 people over the course of his legendary career. And those overalls, oh my gosh, you've been on my bucket list to meet and interview since day one. The great Larry King, and besides him, his beautiful wife, performer, host, entrepreneur, Sean King. I'm so excited to have you both. Thank you for being here.
Well, thanks, Wendy, for waking us up.
I love taking the first one. I love it.
She's been up all night, so it don't matter.
Oh, my God. Sleep like a king. Thank you so much for the beautiful towels you sent.
Oh, good. You got them. Do you like them? Have you tried them out yet?
Of course. So soft and so luxurious. And, Sean, I have to tell you, I was reading about you, and I why you started this, and you said, well, I used to buy sheets and towels from hotels. I did the same thing before.
It's funny. You go there, and you don't want to – you never want to leave. So you take a little bit of that luxury with you. So that's what we've done here is we're able to bring that hotel luxury at an affordable price, and we're just so excited about it.
So it's a great company we're associated with that most of the product. We have so many great products, from sheets and pillowcases and candles and soaps, and you can have robes. But I'm so proud of it. SleepLikeAKing.com, and you'll get the whole story.
In fact, Wendy?
Yes.
This is radio. Larry's wearing a robe right now. He didn't even bother to get dressed.
Oh, thanks a lot, Larry.
No, I'm kidding.
What do you want me to flash? I blow your mind.
I'm just teasing.
That voice. Okay, so the big purple box was sitting at my door. Sleep Like a King. I love that too. I love that there was a big purple box. I love purple.
They're good boxes too, huh? You can store other things in them.
Of course.
I love the color's great, but mostly the product sells itself. It's just I'm not that kind of. Sean knows every inch of this product. She knows every feel, every touch. I only know that it feels great to live in that kind of luxury and at a very affordable price. Well, we're very proud of it.
Oh, it's great. I was so excited for this. And I go, what a great idea. Because Sleep Like a King. And by the way, I have to talk about that for a minute. How you got your name, King. I was dying from that story. You know, I'm born and raised in Miami. Your first radio job, Larry, was in Miami.
It was, 1957. I had always wanted to be on the radio. It was my lifelong wish, and I finally got a job, and they tested me, but I'd never been on the air before, and I finally got my chance, and I was going to be on at 9 o'clock in the morning, Monday morning, May 1st, 1957. I was so nervous. I had all my records queued, and radio.
It was amazing.
I had all my records queued, and I'm about to go on 10 minutes, and the general manager said, "What name are you going to use?" I was flabbergasted, and he said, "You can't use Zyger. It's too ethnic." Now they would use it. And he said, "You need a new name," and he had the paper open for King. There was an ad for King's Wholesale Liquors. And he said, "Why not Larry King?" I said, "Okay, why not?" And I went on the air, and I was nervous as hell. Nothing was coming out of my mouth. I was scared. And I was bringing up the record, lowering the record, bringing up the record, lowering the record. And finally, the general manager kicked open the door and said, "This is a communications business. Damn it, communicate." And he slammed the door, and I turned the mic on. I said, "Good morning. My name is Larry King." That's the first time I've ever said that. I've just been given that name. This is my first day on the air, and I'm scared. I always wanted this, and maybe I can't do it. And I never was nervous again. I took the audience into my position, and they all knew they were hearing the first day. It was just, and that day, 5 minutes into the show, I dreamed that one day, if I could only be in business with a beautiful wife, pillowcases, a fantastic quality, I said to myself, and now that I got this name, Sleep Like a Tiger.
Sleep Like a Tiger, yes.
Would not have worked.
You gotta love that, Sean. You gotta love it.
So almost 60 years ago, I had this dream, and now this dream is here beside me.
It's all been pointing towards this one moment in time for SleepLikeAKing.com.
I can't wait to get the comforter and the pillows.
Oh my gosh! Well, it's really are also.
What do we have?
What I was going to say is we have a special promo code for your listeners. If they just type in the promo code KING20,
King20,
KING, and then the number is 20, they get 20% off today. So that's special for your listeners, Wendy.
That's so exciting. I love it. Thank you both. And I have to say something about your first day. And then you said you learned a valuable lesson. And I love this. And I told my kids this last night. Be yourself. It won't matter what the audience thinks. You only get nervous when you're trying to be someone else.
Correct. Always be yourself. You can never go wrong. If they're going to like you, they're going to like you. You can't make them like you. You can't drag them in and say, "Like me." All you can do is be you. If it works, it works.
That's right. Great. It's great advice. I mean, I love your backstory, Larry. I mean, you got to write a book, another one. I mean, I can't.
I've written 15.
You got to do another one, though.
Yeah, he has a new course out right now.
Well, we have a course out on communications. It's 8 different lessons. You get bonuses. I don't even know how they find the course.
You go, well, go to growth.com. Not that, now we're like we're trying to push everything, but
Oh, no, it's good.
You ask growth.com, and they have a course where Larry teaches how to talk to anybody, anywhere, anytime, and how to communicate.
That's great.
But we're communicating about our towels and our robes and our sheets right now, and they're so luxurious, and they really do compare to. Well, I'm used to. Well, not used to. We both have been blessed to be able to stay in the finest hotels, and these sheets are exactly that. They are from the finest hotels, our manufacturer.
So they make them for the finest hotels.
The best hotels.
And I'm gonna attest to that because I'm very picky about my towels. I like a certain kind of towel that takes that doesn't hold the keeps the moisture and that feels good and that's soft. Not those I don't like the certain things, but these feel and work really great.
Sometimes the water just kind of, you feel like it's not absorbing, it's just kind of flying off of your body. Yeah. This has a technology called high bloom. Depending on which towel you got, you probably do have a high bloom towel. And it gets fluffier and more absorbent and softer as, it stays as absorbent from the beginning. I was wrong on that. But it's fluffier and softer as time goes on.
She knows everything. I only know that it dries me off and it feels great.
It dries you off and it feels great, and I love it. Thank you very much. And I do have the good one, and I love it. And you guys should go on 20% off. What do we get? King.com code.
Yeah, and it's not. It's just you go in the promo code section, and it just says, and just type in King 20.
King 20.
KING 20, and for your listeners today, it'll be up for your listeners right now.
Oh my God, I can't wait. I'm ordering some more stuff. Thank you so much.
And
wait, you guys, how's the boys?
They're so good.
They're fine.
They're
both baseball players. They're both terrific kids. One's 17, one's 16, and sometimes maybe once, twice a week, they actually speak to us.
That's not true.
They're on their phones. And they're on
the phones.
I speak for yourself, Larry. I talk to them every
Oh.
night.
My son's turning 16 this weekend, so I'll have someone getting it. Yes, I'll have another driver in the house, so thank God.
So, Wendy, here's a special tip. Well, you probably know this from all the years of raising your son. But when you're in the car, lock them in, and that's when you talk about the important stuff.
That's right. Yeah, you're right. It's right. Those moments when I'm picking him up from school and we drive home, or when we're learning to drive. Yes, and then I'll have another one. She's going to be 15 this summer, so they're a year apart, close like yours. But I have a boy and a girl.
Yeah. How many months apart?
They're just 12 and a half months.
Wow! Oh my God!
Us, we're 14.
That was boom boom for you, Wendy.
Boom boom boom. So sleeplikeaking.com. Everyone should check it out. I just have a few more questions because I literally that you guys have been on my bucket list to interview. I'm a former television producer for Phil Donahue, Geraldo Rivera. So and Larry, your interviews. I still watch them to this day. And some of the best ever. Were you ever nervous?
Briefly, first time I did Sinatra, because he didn't do interviews, and I was fortunate to get him. And the first time I was in the White House.
Wow.
I was a little nervous, but that's over in 20 seconds.
Wow.
Once you realize it's your microphone and your show, that you control, you know what you ask the questions, there's really nothing to be nervous about. No, I've never been nervous other than those two occasions.
Do you have
the first time on the air.
Yes, I love that story. Oh my gosh, I was reading that. I was like, wow. I learned more about you this week by reading about you because I knew I was going to be talking to you. Could you pick a favorite, or top 3 favorite people you've ever interviewed?
Boy, that's hard.
I know. I can't even imagine it.
Frank Sinatra, Jackie Robinson, Nelson Mandela, Al Pacino, Marlon Brando, Dalai Lama.
So many.
Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga wore suspenders.
Wore suspenders. That's so cute.
I wore black with white. She wore white with black.
You remember. Oh my gosh, I was going back to an interview you did with Donald Trump way back when.
Oh, I've done many with Trump. Donald's been on.
We just interviewed him